And a Merry Christmas to you too, sir.
Mrs. Cobbler, how much do I pay you per week?
4 shillings a week, sir.
'Tis forthwith lowered to 2. Now to your work. This morning.
But I promise.
Well, promises don't make payments now, do they? If it's Christmas cheer they want, Christmas cheer I'll give them. At the end of my boot, I will. Mr. Chatsworth, my records indicate that your loan is due today.
But Mr. Scrooge, my wife is quite ill. I'm a little short on funds right now.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Just add another 20%. Due tomorrow.
But tomorrow's Christmas.
Bah! Officer, arrest that boy! Get out of here!
Mr. Scrooge, I have a payment for you.
Well, it's not all here now, is it?
But, sir, the children at the orphanage are so hungry.
Madam, I am in the business of finance, not charity. You have until 7 p.m. this evening.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge.
Would you look at that? We're singing Christmas carols for all the villagers Scrooge. He hates Christmas and all those who celebrate it.
I've heard terrible things about him. They say he's cruel and evil and a couple of so.
I'm afraid the only thing that would do him is if he once more arrested us for stealing this.
It would be just like Mr. Scrooge having to
Best volunteers last carol we've had.
Scrooge and Molly, I believe.
Mr. Marley, I presume?
Marley's dead. He died 7 years ago this very night.
We have no doubt his liberalities are well represented by his surviving partner.
At this festive season of the year, sir, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some light provisions for the poor
And destitute.
who suffer greatly at the present time.
Oh, they do, indeed.
Thousands of poor, sir,
Many thousands.
are in want of common comforts. Hundreds of thousands
Hundreds.
are in want of common necessities.
Are there no prisons?
Well, there are plenty of prisons.
And the union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are.
Indeed.
Though I wish I could say that they were not.
Well, good. From what you said, I thought something had occurred to stop them in their useful course. I'm very glad to hear it. Good day.
Knowing that the prisons
And workhouses.
hardly furnish Christian joy
All cheer.
to the multitude, a few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund to buy the poor some food and drink.
And means of want.
We chose this season because it is a time above all others when want is keenly felt.
And abundance, Mr. Scrooge, rejoices.
So, what shall I put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to remain anonymous?
No, I wish to be left alone. I don't make claims of being Christian or making merry at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry either. My taxes support the prisons. Those who are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there.
And many would rather die.
Well, then they'd best be on with it and decrease the surplus population. I don't concern myself with what many can't do or would rather do.
You might concern yourself.
'Tis none of my business. 'Tis enough for a man to attend to his own business, let alone that of others. Mine occupies me constantly. Good day. Cratchit, I have not failed to notice that you're late this morning.
Just a minute or two, sir. So sorry, sir. My boy was poorly.
Do not suppose I'll be paying you for time lost being late.
Oh, no, sir. Not at all, sir. Very well, sir.
Oh, come, all ye faithful.
Mind the cold, Cratchit. A lump or two will be adequate. If you're cold, you can put your cloak back on. Cratchit, that noise. Is it what I think it is?
Yes, sir. It's the carolers. They mean no harm.
Well, go now and tell them to go away.
Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
Merry Christmas to you, Uncle. God save you.
Ah, humbug.
Oh, Christmas a humbug. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. What reason have you to be merry? What right have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Oh, what reason have you to be dismal, What right have you to be morose? You're rich enough. Oh, don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in a world of fools such as this? Merry Christmas. Out with a Merry Christmas. What's Christmas but a time to find yourself a year older, not an hour richer, a time to find yourself trying to pay bills with money you haven't got. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in oil and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle.
Nephew, you keep Christmas in your fashion. I'll keep it in mine.
Oh, keep it? But you dare keep it.
Well, let me leave it alone then, if I will. What good has it ever done me? What good has it ever done you?
Well, there are many things from which I have derived good, but not profited. I dare say Christmas being one of them. Oh, I have always thought of Christmas time, when it has come round, in addition to the reverence due its sacred name and origin, as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. The only time I know of in the long calendar of the year where both men and women seem by one consent to open their shut-up hearts freely and think of people below them as if they were really fellow passengers to the grave and not another race of creatures bound on separate journeys. And therefore, Uncle, Even though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pockets, I believe Christmas has done me good, and it will do me good, and I say, God bless it.
Another sound from you, sir. You shall keep your Christmas by losing your situation. You're quite a powerful speaker there, nephew. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Oh, don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow. Well, you've never even met my wife.
Why ever did you get married?
Oh, because I fell in love.
Because he fell in love.
Well, you never came to visit me before I married. Why give it as an excuse for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
Oh, I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why can we not be friends?
Good afternoon.
Oh, I am sorry with all my heart to find you so resolute. You've never had a quarrel to which I've been a party, and yet I've made an attempt in homage to Christmas, and I'll keep my Christmas joy to the last. So, Merry Christmas, Uncle!
Good afternoon.
And Happy New Year!
Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, well, a Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Cratchit.
And a very Merry Christmas to you as well, sir.
Silent night.
Cratchit, I thought I told you to get rid of those carolers. If you want anything done in this world, you've got to do it yourself. I want these figures by the time I return. Now get to it. It's what, Cratchit?
It's 6 o'clock, sir.
Oh, so it is. I suppose you'll be hoping to flee this place and be off to your merrymaking.
I was hoping, sir.
That and tomorrow off, I suppose.
If it's quite convenient, sir.
'Tis not convenient, nor is it fair. If I were to withhold a day's pay, you'd feel ill-used, would you not? But you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wage for no work.
It's only one day a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every December the 25th. But I suppose you must have the whole day off.
Yes, sir.
Very well. Be here all the earlier the next morning.
Indeed I will, sir. Thank you so much, sir, and a very Merry Christmas to you, sir. Then God save you.
God save the Queen. Leave me alone. That Cratchit barely has tuppence to rub together, yet he seems so happy. How can he be happy without money? I do not understand it. Why are you all standing around? Stop that infernal caterwauling this instant. Who asked you to come around bothering honest people trying to work? This is a work day, not a holiday. People. Wretched people. Wasting too much time with friends, wishing for their work to end, using up their lives in a perpetual holiday. People. Sniveling people. Giving gifts at Christmas time when they're hungry half the time. Wouldn't it be better if they'd save it all like this? When will they learn I've got the answer? When will they see it's all I need? It can buy happiness at compound interest. It's the key to my security. thinking love can do it all. When your back's up to a wall, then you'll find the gold can do it.
That's not true. There's much more to it.
You think love can get you through it?
Sir, you greatly misconstrue it.
Take your love and try to chew it. Crazy, lazy people. People. Now clear the street. Be off with you. Make way. Unless you have payments to make or loans to request. Who's there? Me imagination. That's all that is. Just me imagination. Perhaps I should go see my nephew tomorrow. After all, he is my only sister's child. Every year he asks me. Every year I refuse. But what does he want with an old miser like me anyway? I shall bring him no cheer. I would have thought he'd been done with me years ago. But no, day after day, month after month. Hello, Uncle Ebenezer. How are you, Uncle Ebenezer? As happy as a plum. And there's that clerk of mine, Bob Cratchit. Him so poor. I suppose perhaps I should treat him better. But why should I? I've worked for every sixpence, and so shall he. Perhaps if he would attend more to money matters, I might see clear to advance him. Instead, he babbles on about a God who teaches that to love money is evil. Nonsense. I love money. I'm not evil. 'Tis all I need. When he's dead and gone, what shall he have to show for himself? Nothing. Whereas I will have accumulated my fortune. I suppose in some ways I do envy him. He seems so happy. But how can he be happy without money? I don't understand it. The less I give him, the happier he becomes. Crazy man. I suppose in some ways I envy him. How is he happy without money? My money's made me happy enough. I can spend it alone. I don't need people. And that God of his, I certainly do not need him either. Perhaps when I was younger, I might have been able to change. But it's too late for me now. I'm too old. Even if I wanted to change, it's too late. I'm too old. Oh, listen to me. I must be going mad, talking to myself like an idiot. Cratchit, you put me off my whole day. The man in the iron mask. Whoa, what a frivolous waste of iron. Who's there? Show yourself. Whoa. Who's there? Whoa. Oh. Oh. Oh, what do you want part with me. But who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Well, who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Oh, well, can you sit down?
I can.
Do it then.
You don't believe in me.
I don't.
What evidence would you have of my reality beyond left of your own senses?
I don't know.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Well, because almost anything affects them. You could be a bit of undigested beef or a fragment of an underdone potato. Why, perhaps a crumb of cheese. Why, there's more gravy than grave to you, whatever you are. No! Oh, mercy! Mercy, dreadful shadow, why do you trouble me? Oh, I do, I will, I must. But why do you come to me?
By grace, I come to warn you of the fate that awaits you, Ebenezer Scrooge. Do you see this chain? I wear the chain I forged in life. I mean link by link and yard by yard. I girded it on of my own free will, and of my own free will I wore it. Yet, even in this momentary grace, my chain binds me, captive in the place of eternal judgment, more poor in death than even in life.
Poor? But Jacob, you were always a good man of business.
Business! Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence. Those things which emanate from the heart of heaven should have been my business. God's business should have been my business.
Oh, and all this time the chains.
Is this pattern strange to you? Or would you know the weight and length of the strong coil you bear yourself? It was full and heavy, and as long as this 7 Christmas Eves ago, you have labored on its sins in these corners chain.
Oh, Jacob, Marley, Jacob, say no more, speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I had no comfort to give. At this time of year, Scrooge, I suffer most. Why did I walk through crowds of fellow beings with downcast eyes, and never raise into that star which led eyes of men and eye to that blessed babe? I was allowed to come here tonight to warn you that you have yet a chance and hope of escaping my fate.
You were always a good friend to me, Jacob. Thank you.
Hear me, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh,
My time is nearly gone.
oh good. Is that the Johnson Hope you spoke of, Jacob?
It is
Well, then I think I'd rather not.
a foolish wish indeed. Without them, it is you cannot hope to avoid the path I tread. Except the first, when the bell tolls one. The second, at the stroke of two. The third, when the last stroke of three has ceased to vibrate.
Well, couldn't I have them all at once and be done with it?
Heed their warnings, Ebenezer Scrooge. It is your only hope. Look to see me no more, and for your own sake, remember what has passed between us. It's 1 o'clock. Well, there you have it. 1 o'clock. No angel. I knew you were a lie. Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am
But how? You're just a...
a child.
Why, yes. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
I am the angel of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past. I've come to renew memories long forgotten.
Memories? What kind of memories?
Your past memories, those things you've submitted to that have brought darkness to your life. It's time they come to light.
I don't want them looked into. What's past is past. Let it lie.
We have things to see, Ebenezer. Rise and walk with me.
Well, neither the hour nor my attire are adaptive to pedestrian purposes.
Take my hand, Ebenezer.
I won't. You're but a tyke. What could you possibly have to show me?
Take my hand, Ebenezer. That I come to you as a child ought not to be a surprise to a man of your breedings. Is not the very account of Christmas itself replete with as much mystery? You need to look at long ago, to when you were younger, beginning to grow. You were a child, you could still believe that God and His love were real. You need to become like a child again. You've all but forgotten what you knew back then. Become like a child and you'll find He's a friend. Become like a child again. Become like a child again. Now come this this way, Ebenezer. The things I will show you have seen before, yet the sight you now of them may be very new. Don't be afraid, Ebenezer, for the past is the key to your future. Do you know where we are?
Oh, I was a boy here. I was raised in this place.
Your lip is trembling. What is that upon your cheek?
Oh, nothing. Just a speck of dust in my eye. Lead me where you will.
You do remember the road then? Ebenezer, the road, is it familiar to you?
You know it is. I could walk it blindfolded.
Indeed, even though you've tried so hard to forget it. Let us go on.
Oh, Angel. It's Mr. Smith and his lovely wife. Hello, Charles. How are you? Oh, Angel, it's the Peacock sisters. Hello, girls. Hello. Oh, Angel, why don't they know me?
These are only shadows of things that have been. They have no consciousness of us.
Angel, that's Belle. I haven't thought of her in years.
Oh, haven't you?
But who is that with her?
Are you that far removed from your past, Ebenezer? It's you.
Oh, Belle, you're such a good friend. I wish we wouldn't have to be apart at Christmas.
I know, but just think of it. You get to see your family. I bet they really miss you.
Oh, well, I miss them. It's been a whole year since I've seen them.
I'm sure they'd see you more, if they could.
Oh, I suppose. As it is, the state must pay for me to go home even once a year. We're quite poor, and there just isn't enough funds for luxuries. I'm fortunate to go home at all. I hope one day things will be better, and we'll all be together for good.
I'm sure you will, and maybe one day I can meet them all.
That would be wonderful, Belle. You love my sister. I don't see her much anymore, but she's just like you.
How's that, Ebenezer?
Well, she's nice like you, lots of fun like you, and
And what?
well, she's pretty like you.
Oh, Ebenezer. Oh, don't mind them. They're teasing his humbug.
Humbug? What's that?
Humbug is when you're silly and dishonest. They don't mean it.
But they're laughing at us.
My father says to love those who laugh at you.
Love them, but how can you?
Well, Jesus us to love others because he loves us.
Do you think he loves me?
Of course he does. Very much.
Come along now, students, and sit down. Now, students, this is the year in which we celebrate one of the greatest events in history. Does anybody know what it is? Amy?
Why, this is the time of Jesus was born.
Correct. And what significance does his birth hold for us? Tom?
Jesus was born to save us all.
Correct again. Jesus was born to save us from our sins, and through him we find salvation. Christmas is truly a merry time for us students. Let's have Belle tell us why.
Christmas is a time to give, a time to share.
Christmas is a time to listen to what God has to say. Christmas and remember where all our joy comes from. Class, dismissed!
Hey!
We've seen enough. Angel, we can go on now.
Ebenezer,
Let her be, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
I just had to give you a present. It's not much, but I hope you like it.
Oh, Belle, you got a present for me? How kind of you.
Don't open it now. Do it later with your family.
Oh, I will. And I'll tell them all about you and how wonderful you are.
Come
and
along,
what
Belle.
you said about Jesus, too.
Oh, do tell them. I must be going. Father is here. Merry Christmas, Ebenezer.
Merry Christmas, Belle.
Ebenezer.
You wanted me, ma'am?
Yes, Ebenezer. I've just received this letter, and there's been a change in plans. You're to spend Christmas with me this year.
Why, thank you. But I can't. I'm to be with my family. They'll be here soon.
I'm afraid they won't be able to come.
Of course they'll come. What do you mean?
I'm sure they've tried very hard, but it hasn't been enough.
I don't understand.
Let's sit down. Unfortunately, Ebenezer, debt has engulfed them. Your father has been sent to debtor's prison, and your mother and sister must go to the workhouse until all the debts are paid. But let's not despair. God has things in control.
No, he doesn't, teacher. He doesn't at all. No good or loving God would send my father to prison.
Remember, Ebenezer, all things work together for good to those who love God. He will take care of you.
No, it's a lie. He doesn't care. He's cruel. He hates me.
That's not true, Ebenezer. God loves you.
No, I don't need you. I don't need God or anyone else. I'll take care of myself and I will never be poor again. You'll see. Jesus loves me. I don't know. Could it possibly be so? I wish I knew what I could do. I'm feeling so alone. Maybe she's right. Maybe I'm wrong. If God is real, loving, strong, then you made a mistake when you let this all happen. So who can I trust anymore? And I think I'll do it by myself from now on. And I won't trust anybody else from now on. There's one thing I can clearly see. I certainly can't put my trust in anyone but me. I'm gonna do it all by myself from now on. I think I'll do it by myself from now on. And I won't trust anybody else
These shadows are painful, aren't they, Ebenezer?
Oh, Angel, why did God treat me so?
The ways of God are not the ways of man. He anticipated caring for you at this point, but Ebenezer, you refused him.
Oh, confuse me no more, Angel. Can we go on?
We shall go on, but remember these things.
Why, this is the street where Belle lived. Can I see her?
First, I have something for you.
Where did you get that? That's Belle's letter. I destroyed that years ago.
This is years ago. Here, read. Aloud, please, Ebenezer. I'd like to hear.
Of course, though you know this letter is quite private.
Aloud, please, Ebenezer. You too need to hear what she wrote.
Dearest Ebenezer,
I'm anxious
to see you again. I think of you constantly.
Each time we are together, I pray it is the last time you must part. I am glad you are making a success in business, but you mustn't work such long hours. Money is only temporary. God will meet your needs. He alone can make us happy. Hope to see you soon.
Love, Belle. Oh, Angel, whatever did happen to Belle and I?
You were going to marry her, weren't you?
Well, yes, I did love her.
Then why did you let her go?
I've never been quite sure.
Let's have a look and see.
Oh, what's this? Why, that's me. That's me as a young man. I'm quite prominent, I see, yes. Oh, why, that was the party at Fezziwig's. What a marvelous party it was. Oh, what a marvelous party.